Now remember this, the first part of apology is acknowledgement. The acknowledgement alone is not an apology. An apology is a series of reparative soul processes that have to be implemented to mend the tears and the fractures and the breaches that you caused by an act of betrayal, abuse, neglect, rejection, or some harmful statement or harmful dishonesty. If you're going to fix that, the first thing you got to do is acknowledge that you did it and that you said it. And you may need to acknowledge it many times over and over and over. But that alone is not an apology. The next thing that you should do is show that you understand what you did by saying what you did. You have to articulate it. You have to articulate it raw. Don't shape it up. And then in detail, explain how you feel about what you did, the pain that you caused this person. Third thing, support that person in repairing the tear that you caused. Be willing to do whatever and anything you can do without causing harm to yourself. You need to do it. That's going to assist the healing of that person's soul and the repair of that breach between you and them. Don't accept I'm sorry. That's what I'm telling you. Don't accept I'm sorry. You need an apology that begins with acknowledging what you said or done and acknowledge it in detail. Say what you did. Raw. Yes, I forgot her. I did. And you need to explain it well, except that they stop you. Yes, I met her. We met online. We exchanged numbers. I started talking to her in WhatsApp. We were sending disappearing pictures through WhatsApp and also through Snapchat. And this went on for so long. Eventually, at one day you thought we're going to the store or going to work, I just stopped by there. Tell it just like that. And the act was good. I enjoyed it because we've been talking for so long, but in the back of my mind, I was thinking, oh my God, I can't believe I'm doing this. But my body was enjoying it. I don't love her. It was just me busting a nut. When you acknowledge what it is that you've done wrong and in detail, it has a way of just removing all of those conversations the person that you harmed will have in their head about what you did. See, what you done what you did, but the person that you harm now is thrown into an excruciating fantasy that is happening in their head, making up scenarios and reasons why you did what you did. And typically those they're making up in their head are actually harmful to themselves. And it may not even be what you feel or thought. This is why you got to communicate around an injury, because if you don't, everything is up for questioning. And that person can feel like that the foundation they thought they had called you has now crumbled up under them. They can feel that fall. But your acknowledgement and you explaining in detail the empathy that you have for the effects that you caused can give that fall a floor. And you can begin to rebuild again. And you got to support them in the repairing of the tear that you caused. Fourth thing, you got to earn their trust back. How? By being honest about everything. Over-explain. All right, baby, I'm about to go to the gym. In her mind, I wonder he gonna go see her. He gonna do it again. And she don't need to be grabbing the phone, looking at your location. Where's he at? You don't do that to yourself. If you are in a relationship, you got to do that. Baby, it's toxic. Run and get out of that. Because you should not be searching through phones and emails and social media. Something is wrong with you. I'm not saying they didn't do what they did. I'm not saying that what they did not cause you to become this. But you got to hold yourself accountable as it relates to your healing and your repair, to your psyche. They can't do that. You got to do that. But to the people that always doing stuff, I'm sorry, that ain't going to cut it. We need for you to do a full apology and earn the trust back by being honest about everything. That means the moment you think about how it felt when you was fucking her and it come across your mind while you by yourself, you just throw it out because you hate you did it. That is the beginning of your dishonesty about to occur all over again and injure them. At that moment, baby, I was thinking about, I thought about, what we did. What you mean? What I did with her, it came across my mind. I'm so sorry. What was it you thought about, baby? I mean, just it was good, but I hated it. And it's like I'm torn because I keep thinking about it. And I actually got on porn and masturbated a couple of times thinking about that. But I didn't. I love you. After that conversation, she might get hot and ready to break it down for you because the honesty is so real. Earn that trust back. Then there's recompense. What you mean? You got to get your money and buy something. Gifts, acts of service, go beyond your norm. That communicates that your sorry is not simple lip service. And then one of the last things, I got two more. One of the last things to an apology is to never do it again or anything similar. Because when you do, you have just done whatever you did the first time. I don't care how many years ago, you just did it all over again. Now that person goes back to that event and they start, wait a minute. Now you don't throw them all the way back to when you first had a conversation with them and they questioning everything you said after. And every time y'all had sex afterward, and every time y'all smiled and had a good time after, they wonder it wasn't real. This is why communication is terribly important, because communication disappears certain things like insecurity. I'm saying this for somebody watching me, whether you are the person that caused the pain or you're the person that experienced the injury. If you do an apology like I just explained, that realization, that acknowledgement, that recompense, not doing this again or anything similar to deepen the wound that you caused, that person gets trust back in the relationship. This is an apology. Do not accept anything less. Act, during, all. Do not accept anything else. You're going to be injured again. Now, let me say this, because I'm in this situation more than once. Apology given in the way that I said. I understand that this person don't have the capacity to tell the truth. You gonna lie to me. So I'm clear on that. Now I have to ask myself, do you want to stay in any level of relationship with this liar? And with about 3 or 4 friends I have, I said, yeah, I do, because I like them. But I know they're a liar. I know they're going to lie to me. I know they're lying to me right now. But I love them anyway. I just understand that they will not ever be in this part of my life or my heart, my mind, my dreams, or how I look at the future. I'm not even looking at the future and considering them. Angel saying, my aunt says, no, I don't have time. Great. You need to know what you can take. You need to know your limits and know what you can deal with. If you can't handle that, or you don't love them that much to walk them to maturity and honesty and transparency and vulnerability, you have the right to walk away.